Good morning. I've actually started on time. It's 8 o'clock going by this computer. I'm on the little borrowed PC laptop. I'm back at Port Elliot. It may sound a little echoey again because there still is no floor coverings. There is curtains now, but the room has no furniture. So, hi Charlisa. I'll put that up there. How are you? Now, I'm going to go straight into the reading of the cards as the picture is posted in my Rosboundy page. I'm just going to quickly flip over and check that this live stream is going to that page so that I can double check what the quality of the video is, because we have had a few little issues with pixelation lately with the Be Live, and we don't know exactly what's causing that yet. So because I'm on an entirely different computer, I thought, well, what I would have to do is check this out. And we also use a slower computer, being a little older PC. So do bear with me with the length of time it's taking me to actually look at this, because the page itself is taking a bit of time to load. I am on a broadband connection and it's not letting me know that I'm actually live yet into that page. Hopefully it is, but it's not letting me know that. Hi Ashley. Oopsie. I just realised I've started the wrong broadcast. I'm over on My Time TV. Dumb. Well, this is interesting. I have mucked that up because what I'm actually doing is a daily LENORMAND card spread that I normally do, and I'm going to have to change my... Oh, geez. I'm going to have to change the location. I don't know if I can change the location of a live stream at the time. Oh, I can't. So that's all right. What I'm going to do is change the page that I'm actually on in my Facebook. Go to the right one, just double check the pixelation and go with it. Go with the flow. I'm going to have to write a message into my own page. Oh, this is a hoot. It's funny that I've actually marked up again. I've just not put the correct in. Okay, so that is looking reasonable there. Okay, yeah. I'll continue onward. I've just got to go back to my own page to type in a message to say, oopsie, the live stream's on My Time TV instead. Oh, what a hoot. Yeah, sorry about that. Over on My Time TV.live page. Is that a group or a page? I can't remember. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I have mucked that up, haven't I? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'll be there back there on the page in a minute. I've just got to do these little messages because I have mucked up. And when you're doing it by yourself, that's what happens, isn't it? You get stuff like this happen, and I've just got to do this. I'll go there, get my Facebook up. So thank you for being patient here. And it's a wonderful team of people that we have here in our My Time TV live. I have Gift. Let's go there. So for those of you who are on my Rosboundy page, I've just put the link there that shifts you over to the My Time TV live, okay? So then you'll be able to comment and see the stream in the background there, okay? And it is live and it is clear, and it's only going to be the shortened version of what I do as a daily live stream for a daily card reading. So, oh, good heavens. So I'll just go roughly through these. So, hi, Ashley. Hi, Jasmine. And good morning to you, Ashton. Whoops. And hi, Linda. And evening there. Yeah, so you'd be over in the US, Canada, that timeline area, I guess. So, yeah. Now, one of the things, thank you so much for your questions here. I'll put it up there. But if you could be back with those questions at the 9:30 Australian Central Standard Time this morning, so it's about an hour away, because hour and a half away, sorry, because I am having the Tuesdays Intuitive chat with Leanne and Roz is going to be earlier, but it's going to be at 9:30 because it's my birthday and I've got a lunch out and all that sort of stuff. So, oh, thank you for the understanding here. So, Stacey, if you want to be back in about an hour and a half to put that question, it'd be really good. And hi, Carmen. And yeah, Charlize, you're so right. Things really do happen for a reason. And I just have a laugh because what else do you do? I just go with the flow with anything. But what I'm going to do is, thank you for your questions. Do come back to the mytimetv.live for the live one that Leanne and I will be doing, and we can answer those questions there. If you put them in there now, even, I think the event is there that you can put the questions in early, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, so this is how the screen's supposed to look to start with, and this is what I go with when I start the reading. Now, I've got here, this is the cards that are the photo that I've posted in a post on My Time TV Live. So this is the daily reading. I'm actually going to shift them around a bit as I go, purely because, oh, thank you. Yes, it is. It started out a beautiful day here. The sun was shining and everything. Now it's foggy. But I live by the sea, and we get the we get the sea mist, and it was just so beautiful as a dawn, as a sun rising, and now we've got mist. It's beautiful. I just love the atmosphere. So with that, I am going, thank you so much for the birthday wishes too. I wasn't fishing for them. KB, I actually goofed up and I've used the wrong settings for my live stream, which is a daily one I do to my @RosBoundy page as a daily card reading just of this 5 settings. So I'll explain it to you here. And we have position 1 is for the work environment and the energy around work. This is position 2 with this spread, and that's to do with the home aspects and the energy and the card around home. The top one there, which is a bit harder to put because I've got a really interesting rig. I'm going to just put them down that way a bit more probably. You still can't see it properly. But that card up there is the unexpected, and in that position. This one down here, and I think I can do that. That is the position for your role in the day and what the energy around what you're meant to be, what you're meant to be doing there. And this one in the middle at card number 5 is hopefully that can sort of show the five grid, and that is the expected outcome. So that's actually the card reading spread, and it's taken from the Gilded Reverie Tarot deck as a spread that I found in that deck. I love that too because it's still artwork that's by Sarah Marchetti. So I'll read them in that respect, but this is the LENORMAND, the Gilded Reverie LENORMAND expanded version deck with the artwork by Sarah Marchetti, because some of you may not have seen it. So that's that one. Okay, beautiful artwork, beautiful deck, and because I'd gone back to Menangi and gone to Broken Hill and I'd left the cards here, I didn't have them at Menangi. I was a whole week without them and couldn't find them at all at Menangi. I thought I had them, but anyway. So that's what happened there. So this one is the tower, and I'm going to see if I can do, oh well, I'm hoping that you can see that well enough. Just let me know if you can. Thanks, Kobe. Yes, it is my birthday today. I'm a twin, so my twin sister is also having her birthday. We happen to be, we've just turned 60, so it's the big 60. It's one of those auspicious times in life where you move from one, well, it feels like a stage, you know, 20 years, 80 year and 10 or whatever it is, score many 20 years. So we're actually in the third, starting our third score. No, we finished our third score, moving into the fourth, if you get what I mean. Yeah, so it's all wonderful. I like the freedom of being where I am in my life. So, and age is just it's an irrelevance with time, actually. Just enjoy life and make the best of it as we can. Yes. So there's the tower, and that's about, in the work environment, that is an aspect that's actually around the building of bridges, empire, not building bridges, building an empire, building a city, building community, and building up. Mostly it's recognised as being more government oriented and that type of work thing, so it could be anything around something that I might need to be doing today that's just got to deal with something government-wise, or just let it go and it'll build itself for the day because I'm not going to be working. Technically, I mean, I'm doing this and I'm doing the Tuesdays Intuitive Chat, which this label says it is. Actually, I can edit this on the run, I think, and change that labelling to be, oh no, I can't, not for today. Oh look, she'll be right. I'll just have to do something different later. I'll tell Leanne that I've already done the show by myself. Oh dear. Thank you very much, Raywin. That's wonderful. Thank you for that. So, you know, in the mindset of having a happy day for myself, I mean, I'm going to probably let some of that work factor go, but it's like anything. Once you've set up good foundations, things can actually generate for themselves. So that's part of that energy that's around what my work scene is and the online factor and building it towards that and all the rest of it. So that's what I'm feeling around that card for the day. And I'm quite happy for anyone to write their comments and what you feel is the energy you're feeling around it. Keeping in mind that these cards aren't just for me. They are as a spread that's got the energy for anyone to pick up the messages that you yourself intuitively, you know, feel that gut feeling that you pick up for yourself and what that reading might mean for you in the day. Okay. Now in this, right, that was the work. Here we've got the home and things around the home. Now this one here we've got mountain, and that actually can indicate some challenges, but it can also be that some of those challenges have been met and that the blocks have been cleared from the pathway, and what you're actually seeing in this is the peak. Now that's what I'm feeling with this, and especially, you know, where I am in my life, that I'm at that peak. I'm able to see the complete vista at the moment of what I've got ahead for me in my home life, because I'm moving my home back to Port Elliot. It is going to be my home soon. There's still that process, and that's why you can hear possibly this echo still, because it is that empty room in preparation for anything that I want to put in here. And of course there will be some background that's going to look nicer than a blank wall once I get everything sorted. So that's going to be wonderful. And then we have, Lily. Now my camera setup won't show that very well, so I'm going to move those out the way, that down, move that so you can see the lily better. Okay. Now, Carmen, these, I know you've got your question there, but I'm not answering the direct questions right now. I'm going to go through the reading, and then I might spend a little bit of time doing a bit more of this as answering the question. Depends how I feel, because technically it's supposed to be Leanne and I that do Tuesday's Intuitive Chat, but I've goofed. I will say I've goofed, admission, and gone with the wrong link when I clicked start. I've gone with the scheduled link that is for the 9:30 and using that as my live stream right now. And I'm hoping it still goes ahead okay. It's looking like it does, because you wonderful people are still here putting in comments. Look, yeah, and the fuzzy is because I haven't got furniture in this room. I'm on a fold-up table with this blue one. It's where I do my lace, and that's why it does echo. So I apologise for that. It's the location I'm in. There's no carpet. It is concrete floor. So, and nothing on the walls yet. So apologies for that. Now, here we've got the lily, which is about peace and ancestry. Now, this is in that unexpected position, card number 3. So it's about peace, ancestral function, the where we come from and all the rest. So it could be anything that's come up even from my past, in this lifetime compared to others. It's got the reflections in behind it. You see the stained glass window effect there that these lilies have behind them. It's a beautiful card, the gorgeous colours, and it does actually give that sense of peace. So that's what I'm feeling for that card for today for me, because it is a peaceful feeling to know that I've come so far in my life, and the freedom in knowing this state of being as, well, it is Maiden Mother Crone. It's that line of thinking. So I'm feeling it's really, whoops, I've just moved my cursor at the wrong spot, sorry about that. With the snake in this position here, this is my role in what the energy of my day is, and in the guidebook, I've only read it through once and possibly picked up little bits I needed to clarify as I've moved along with some of the readings. I've become more practiced. I really enjoy these, and I don't feel the snake as being a negative card, even though the booklet might say so. With any of these types of cards, do remember, pick up your own intuition, what it's meaning for you. You know best yourself what is around you and your energies. So with snake, it just feels to me like, well, there's so many different influences around us all the time. This snake's about to make that infinity symbol. It's just that, is it so never-ending that we feel like that we're never going to get past some things, when really it is our responsibility to take that choice, make that choice, that we're not going to have people influence us in ways that feel like we're being conned, in ways that we don't want to, our choices that we feel like we might be being pressured into it, being forced into it, because in some ways we do recognise in this scene that it's like that Adam and Eve story where Eve was tempted by the devil as the snake to take the fruit and that. Well, we all have choices, and we can choose to eat as we desire, and whichever way, there is no forbidden fruit really. It's all the way that we believe what is around us and our perception of it. So I just see it as, for me, in my role, that it's just allowing others to speak their piece, and I still choose and decide as I feel is right. So that's what that's meaning for me in my energy today, especially as, there's so much that does influence us. And I'll bring all of those cards back again, because we might then see the whole picture when I summarise. And here we've got the central card being that expected outcome is the bridges. So the 3 and the 8, this is one of the cards from the expanded version. So the 3 and 8 add up to the 11, and I think that, to me, gives a fairly powerful number, obviously in the angel numbers, for those who do numerology. I do it just casually. It's not my forte, but I do understand some of it. As I see here with these bridges, there is the choice to go between one or go across one or the other. or once you've crossed one, there is another to cross. It's whatever understanding that you want to take with this. And I feel it's such a strong foundation of a structure. It spans all of that distance across, and yet it is there. It is crossing that gap. It is moving us from one side to the other. We have the choice of doing that. So I think really the expected outcome in this one, for what I'm just feeling through the energy of this day, and my eyes just going to that part there. It's the filigree, the design around these bridges. You know, there can be different decorations, different other distractions that we can put in our lives, and we're trying to avoid doing that. The crossing that we need to be doing. It's like sometimes those who like to do the mountain climbing and or not mountain climbing, taking your step off the edge or jumping from a plane when you're skydiving, it's taking that step. It's that almost leap of faith. So for me, that is actually feeling the expected outcome is that bridge will be crossed, and I'm feeling like, from what today is for me being a 60th birthday, that it's going to move me from one era to another, but it just has an energy shift for me it really is like that breath of fresh air, that expectation of newness, leaving behind what's not needed anymore and moving into that newness. There's still stuff to do and sort through with moving home again, but it's just that wonderful aspect of newness in life. So what we've got there as a summary is really it's strength, and in that line of what is those cards, it's the strength in the tower, the mountain, and the passage across between two spaces and places, and that peace that's above us, and that is so earthy and fruitful below us. I'm just feeling a really good energy in that spread today, and looking forward to actually moving into my day. Now, I'm moving to go back to that. So as you're looking at it yourself too, feel confident in where you're at in your life through your day, that it is absolutely perfect and the right time and space for that. Now, I'm just wondering, as for I'll put that back to there. I'm just going to, see if I can, Rachel, I'm just doing that. I'm just trying to read, it's gone a bit fuzzy. Now, that you have put a message there, and thank you for that, but what happened was that I've goofed. I do a daily Lenormand card reading, which was these cards that you've seen, and it takes normally 15 minutes roughly. That's how I like to keep it to a 15-minute span, but I started the wrong stream. I actually started Tuesday's Intuitive Chat with Leanne Roz, which the label of it will say. I started that one by mistake. I was supposed to do this at 9:30, not 8 o'clock. So, I goofed. And I'm going to answer a few questions. Look, I'll leave the mediumship ones. It just takes too much energy to focus in when it's just me. It's lovely having Leanne on, and we'll do this again at 9:30. So please put the questions in at 9:30, which is only I'm trying to find my thing, only about an hour away. So I'm very sorry that I've mucked up this, but I'll do a couple of the cards for those of you who were early and saw that I was live by myself and responded. I've got this one that's Stacey, and I'll switch that around just so that you can see the card. Now, you're just asking, should you apply for a job for next year that you've seen advertised, and that one jumped out, and there you go. To me, that's actually indicating, and I'm getting a yes, it's actually indicating to me that you're going to have a very fruitful time with doing that application for your job, and especially with that rainbow that's there, my eye went straight to that, and it's all the possibilities that are flowing through, and I personally, I think that will be a very good one to apply for. So good luck with that. I've just got to go really slow on this because the Duva thingy, the roller ball on this is very touchy. It goes really fast. And Jasmine, you mentioned earlier, our technology, absolutely, and it's still happening on the bowl there. So, and here's one that's beautiful salesial. It's just me because I goofed. Surgery one all done and dusted. I was feeling so relieved. Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. That's really good. So thanks for posting that one. That's great, yes. And I will be spending tomorrow doing that meditation for you and that zoning in with what you need there, Lily, too. So thank you for connecting with me. It's wonderful chatting with you. Now I'll just try and get down to whoops. This and I'm trying. Yeah, great having a blank screen, isn't it? And I'm trying to find the next one that was a real quick one for doing oh look, calm, and I'm feeling that's a yes. That you are moving in the right direction. I'll just quickly pull a card for you, and you're going to receive some communication around what you've been thinking of, and it'll be from someone that you know really well. I don't know that you're actually expecting it in written form. I'm feeling it is. Expect an email or text. It feels to me like it's a bit longer, so do expect an email with that one, and have that confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. There's something there for you. Okay. And this is where, when Leanne and I are back on a little later, that I'll ask Leanne to do that. Please post your questions in. I don't know how I'm going to do the live stream now, because I think I can only do it once on one link. We'll see, won't we? I might be able to do it as the schedule still. Oh, we'll see. So that'll be fun. Now, and here's another one that we'll leave until then as well. So I'll try and pick those up some way, but we'll just have to see. That's where the technology might be coming. That's where the technology might be coming a little differently. So, look, I'll leave it at that. Oh, Jenny, I will post that one up. My eyes got caught with that, and I'll just shuffle the cards again after clearing them, of course. And I'll get that one for you, and then I think I better go and actually have some breakfast, because I've been on for half an hour now, and usually this one's only the 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes that I do first thing in the morning. Oh, wow. And I'm feeling that I needed to do the 3 cards. Yep, 3 cards for you. So here we have that. I'm just going to pop them up. And here's the message for you. Pretty much there's some things that are happening for you that are like the roll of the dice. Your pathway is actually feeling a bit confused, but honestly, there's going to be the message coming for you, and it will be very soon. Like the rider is a quick message that's coming for you, that will actually see you into moving through that maze and finding your direction. I'm actually sensing that it's more, the green actually is hitting my eye, so I'm feeling that it's more out in the public and doing public in nature, right? So doing that movement is going to be in that direction. So you're going to have those beautiful natural nature colours around you, and the environment around you will be I'm feeling more like gardening or gardens involved in that direction. So let us know how it goes for you too. So and oh, what happened there? My little roller's gone haywire again. But rather than me being confused and just trying so hard, yeah, thanks, Lily. I'm acknowledging your message that I'm seeing. I'm not going to put that one up on screen. So I'll leave this here for now, and we will see I will be back on with Leanne in just under the hour, well, just on the hour. Hopefully I can work out the technology to do that properly with this same label, Tuesdays Intuitive Chat with Leanne and Roz. It will be on in an hour as a live stream. So thank you for understanding my interesting way of doing my readings, my regular daily reading this morning. It will normally be on the @RosBoundy page every morning at the 8 o'clock Australian Central Standard Time. So thank you for being here. Thank you for putting your questions, and we may see some of you in and out. Otherwise, it will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock on Ros Boundy's page. Namaste.